He went separate from back.
I'm very sorry. Enjoy the wedding.
Yeah, gorgeous. They look great. They really do. I'm a bit off.
Can I ask you all to be up and standing for the parade? Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who I haven't yet had the pleasure of meeting, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Siobhan's brother Rory, and I have the honour of celebrating this part of the ceremony. When Siobhan and Gareth asked me to take on this responsibility, I was truly humbled but delighted to accept. I wanted to execute the role to the highest of standards, therefore I enrolled in an intensive Welsh language course. I am now perfectly fluent, however, not wishing to lose the non-native speakers, I shall stick to English and simply say croeso to you all. Is that right? Close enough. It means so much to Siobhan and Gareth to be surrounded by friends and family on this most special of days. From Newry to Nairobi, Londonderry to London, Seattle to South Sudan, Afghanistan to America, over 120 of you have joined us in these beautiful surroundings. They are so pleased to see you all, and the fact that many of you have a part to play in this ceremony shows both how important family and friends are to the couple, but also that there really is no such thing as a free lunch. So much of what you will see and experience today is down to the organisation, creativity and energy of Siobhan and Gareth. Cutlery, flowers, table decorations, corkscrews, audio equipment. They have been working incredibly hard to pull this together and have shown great teamwork that is sure to stand them in good stead for their married life. On behalf of all your guests, thank you, Siobhan and Gareth. To explain the ceremony a bit, you will first hear a variety of poetry, music and personal messages from loved ones before I'll hand over to the registrar, Hayden Oliver. We realise that not everyone here will know both the bride and groom, and even if you do, you may only have known them at one point in their lives or in one particular place. So we'd like to invite Siobhan's sister Grania and Gareth's friend Simon to introduce the bride and groom to you in the way they know them. I'd also like to invite Gareth and Siobhan's friend Leisha to tell you about them as a couple. Gareth and Siobhan will light a candle each to represent the individual lives that both have led before coming together on this day to be married. And Leisha will give the couple a candle to represent the life they are living together. So, Grania, Simon, Leisha, in your own time.
May I live to regret this. I've already lost it like twice. So, hi everyone. I am Grania, Siobhan's next eldest sister. There's 5 girls, 2 boys, so I'm the closest to Siobhan. I was 3 years old and 8 months, exactly when Siobhan was born, but I have no memory of her birth or her coming home. I don't know if I blocked it out, but I just don't remember. And so I find it very hard to try and think about how do you introduce someone who, as far as you're concerned, has never not existed. You don't remember not knowing. So I tried to think of some early memories to sort of capture Siobhan's essence. There's her very early, lifelong love of dogs and puppies. Her visceral fear of sharks, especially sharks that come out of the toilet after you watch Jaws. Her penchant for questions from the pop cultural, what's your favourite My Little Pony, to the more ephemeral, what's your favourite cloud? And all questions require an answer when Siobhan's asking them. But one memory really stood out to me as a way to convey the essence of who Siobhan is. And this is the summer of 1990, so Siobhan was not yet 5, and we were on holidays on a campsite in Spain. After probably 10 minutes in the pool, Siobhan had already made a friend, a Scottish girl whose name I can't remember, who was at least twice her age. And we still have a photo of them because they remained friends throughout the holiday. So imagine the two of them in their swimsuits. Siobhan, this short, messy-haired, pot-bellied 4-year-old, beside this tall, skinny girl who was at least 10 or 12 years old. I don't remember much about the girl, but I remember she was quiet, she was shy, and there was something a bit lonely and maybe even a little bit sad about her. But 4-year-old Siobhan had spotted a person to befriend, a person to talk to, probably a person to pepper with questions. And this memory, to me, captures 2 of Siobhan's best features that I think everyone should know about her if you don't already. The first is her capacity for good communication. Siobhan found a way to connect with this girl who was much older, much more different to her in ways that matter when you're 4. Now, communication, obviously, talking is one thing, and we know Siobhan's a good talker. Anyone who shared a room with her like I did for many years knows that she's a good talker. But Siobhan also is able to size up a situation, figure out what needs to be clarified, and listen. But Siobhan's best quality, and I don't think this will come to a surprise to anyone, is that Siobhan befriends. It's at the core of who she is and who she's always been. She just has this instinct to make friends. It's rare that she'll discuss someone that she spent more than half a day with without saying, my friend such and such, my friend such and such. And I'm not just talking about people she grew up with down here from up the road, like Brona, or a bunch of fellow first years in the halls at York Uni, but also people from very different parts of the world who are seeking help, comfort, understanding, the people she meets through her work. And this, I think, this friending instinct comes from a heart and a soul that sees the humanity in other people, recognises that everyone has a value and that everyone is worthy of respect and solidarity. And that, to me, is who my little sister is, and I'm incredibly proud to introduce her here today.
Okay, so I'm a friend of Gareth from school, and my first memory of Gareth is one of him being dragged into our classroom, kicking and screaming, age 6. The school was Ysgol y Faenol in Bangor, not far from here, and he really did not want to be the newbie at our school. But lunchtime came around, and Gareth's outstanding football talent soon became clear. And sure enough, he was soon the first one to be picked every lunchtime without fail. This popularity, however, never went to his head, and he always supported us lesser talented players, and this earned him the respect of everyone in the school and helped him to settle in very quickly. Fast forward a few years, and this passion for football grew and grew, and Gareth would often skip class to travel down to Cardiff or some far-flung country to watch the Welsh football team. This was much to the annoyance of our teachers, but not to the detriment of his education. He always did well in class and showed particular interest in world affairs, environmental, political and social. And it was widely known to all of us at school that Gareth would one day save the world. After school, Gareth took the opportunity to travel, and he volunteered on important conservation projects, helping to protect turtles in Costa Rica and spectacled bears in Ecuador. And then in 2006, he started university in Coventry. Disaster Relief Management was the name of the course. And I first thought this was some kind of life coaching, self-help course that he really, really needed at the time. But I soon realised that it was actually, in fact, Gareth's calling. And the degree gave him the skills to turn his empathy for others into direct action. And since finishing university, he's applied his studies by spending long periods abroad helping others, helping refugees and displaced people in Liberia, South Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, and more recently Greece, where he now lives with his beautiful bride-to-be, Siobhan.
Hi everyone, my name is Leisha. So I have been lucky enough to know both Siobhan and Gareth separately, and then to see them find one another and fall in love, and now to get married. And you both look beautiful, and I'm so happy to be here with you both. And so how I met them both. I met Siobhan in Lesbos. She was one of the first people that was a real friend, and when I met her, I was amazed by how her heart was like the biggest I've ever met, like this incredible, beautiful person whose heart shines out of them, and I loved her instantly. And then when I moved to Athens, Gareth was basically my life coach the entire time I was there. He was my rock and my support network, and just you are two of the most incredible people. And when they first started to date, neither of them told me that they were dating the other person, even though I knew them both. And I remember when they first started to talk about each other, I knew that they had met the person. They had met the person they were going to be with forever. And one day, before they got together, Siobhan and I were sitting at the Acropolis, and we were having lunch, and we were talking about love. And we were talking about how love should be easy, and how love should make you stronger, and make you better as an individual and together. And this is what I see with them. This is what I see every day. Because when I see the two of you together, you are stronger, brighter versions of yourselves as individuals, and you support each other through everything. I mean, to have a relationship that can withstand South Sudan and Bangladesh and come out of that with you building this beautiful home in Greece and creating a life that is so stunning, is so precious, and I'm so happy that I've got to see your journey together and to be able to live in the same place as you, to see it moving forwards. And I love you both so much.
We will now have some readings and music, specially selected by the couple. I'd like to invite Siobhan's sisters, Emer and Roisin, and Gareth's brother and sister, Sean and Vicky, to come forward. The music will be performed by Anna and Roisin.
The Velveteen Rabbit by Marjorie Williams. What is real? Asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender before Nana came to tidy the room. Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and a stick-out handle? Real isn't how you're made, said the Skin Horse. It's a thing that happens to you when a child loves you for a long, long time. Not just to play with, but really loves you. Then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the Skin Horse, for he was always truthful. When you're real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once, like being wound up, he asked, or bit by bit? It doesn't happen all at once, said the Skin Horse. You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily or have sharp edges or have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you're real, most of your hair has been loved off and your eyes drop out and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you're real, you can't be ugly except to people who don't understand. I suppose you're real, said the rabbit, and then he wished he had not said it, for he thought the Skin Horse only smiled. Someone made me real, he said. That was a great many years ago, but once you're real, you can't become unreal again. It lasts for always.
Mi gerddaf gyda thi. Mi gerddaf gyda thi dros lwybrau maith, a blodau can a breuddwyd ar ein taith. I lygaid sychaf, i adael dy law, mi gerddaf gyda thi eth bynnag naw. Mi gerddaf gyda thi pan fydd y chwyr, fel chysern yn y nen ar noson oer. A ddawedd i ti, halon i yn chwyr, mi gerddaf gyda thi drwy'r oriau'r hwyr. Mi gerddaf gyda thi drwy weddill fwys, pan fydd yr hael ar ryn neu'r ddyddiau'n grwys. A phan nawr alwad draw, pwy wir pa awr, mi gerddaf gyda thi i'r rwyddwyd fawr.
I will walk with you, though the road be long, and set forth with a flower, a dream, a song. I take your hand, look in your eyes and know, I will walk with you anywhere you go. I will walk with you when the full moon's light is like a lantern in the coldest night. I promise you my heart, entire and all, I will walk with you all the years ahead, on sunlit hills and when the sun has fled. And when our call is heard, its hour and guest, I will walk with you through the lands of rest.
The book of love is long and boring. No one can lift the damn thing. It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions for dancing. But I
I carry your heart with me, I carry it in, by E. E. Cummings. I carry your heart with me, I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing. My darling, I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root and the bud of the bud, and the sky of the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart, I carry it in my heart.
Gareth's grandfather Arthur has been a huge influence on him. Gareth has many fond childhood memories and still sees Arthur as an invaluable source of advice and counsel. I now ask Arthur to come forward and give his thoughts on marriage to Siobhan and Gareth. This will be followed by some more beautiful music from Roisin, Anna and Declan.
I'm standing here because it's all Siobhan's fault. She, having known my wife for 65 years and being married for 61 and a half before she passed away, she thought I might just know something about love and marriage. So this is just my thoughts. In the British Museum, amongst all the thousands of items, there's a letter. It was written by a girl who lived in Egypt 4,000 years ago, in the time of the pharaohs. These are just a few of the lines of what she wrote. My hand is in his hand. I wander together with him to every beautiful place, my soul inspired, my heart in bliss, because we go together. I only came across that a few months ago, but as soon as I read it, I just thought of these two. I mean, I don't know about you, but I cannot imagine anyone being more in love than these are. You've only got to be in their presence and see how they are together to know that love just surrounds them completely. The first time I met Siobhan, we were in a room and Gareth was facing the door, I was back to it, and I knew the moment Siobhan entered that room, because not only Gareth's face lit up, his whole body lit up. And when I turned around and looked at Siobhan, she was exactly the same. So there's no doubt in my mind, or it should be in anyone's mind, that they are in love. But there are a number of interpretations of the word love. But the one that I want to talk about is the love of the heart, the love that surpasses not only other forms of love, but everything. Sounds great, but how do you experience that love? It's a happiness that fills your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. It's wild, it's exhilarating. You want to tell everybody about it, and in short, and shout it from the rooftops. You do silly things. Like you showed me a photograph once of you being on the beach and you wrote your names with a heart in the sand. That is the things you do in love. Donis and myself get that. Love is a joy. It's a joy you must never lose. I want you to promise me something. Whenever you go on a beach in future, you draw the heart in the sand and you put your initials in it. Can you do that? Fine. Thank you. As I said, love is wild, it's exhilarating, but at the same time you feel a quiet contentment in each other, and that's the stage you're at now. You're at. Wow, you're so lucky. But you must never forget that love needs to be taken care of. I talked about the beach. Well, I think that love can be like marriage to the sea. It can be calm, but squalls can blow up. And these can easily develop into storms. Life can be like that if you're not careful. One thing that you must remember is no one goes through life without those squalls. No married couple go without disagreements. But you must be careful they don't develop into rows. Disagreements, we all have them, but don't row. When I say that two people that are in love don't need to row, it sounds naive, but why? Think about it. What a lot of people seem to forget is not that they love their partners, but their partners love them. The person you're marrying worships the ground that you walk on. You're everything to them. They'd even die for you. And yet you're going to row with them. You have to be bonkers. Disagree, but leave it at that. You can disagree, but you can have differences of opinion. If you let understanding outside influences affect you, you're stupid. Any problems that you have can be overcome by being honest with each other and talking about it. Talk about it. Be partners in everything. Be nice to each other. Be understanding. There will be times when you get frustrated. The natural inclination to take it out on each other. Well, don't. If you want to take it out on somebody, ring me. If you've got my phone number, you can rant and rave at me down the phone. I'll probably put the phone down and walk away for half an hour, then come back again. But don't take your frustrations out on each other. They are the one person you shouldn't do. Be partners in everything, particularly in the bad times. Think about not how you feel, but how your partner feels. Because if you're hurt, they're hurting as much as well. Bear each other's burdens. Love is exhilarating. Love is a joy. But love is fragile. It's got to be taken care of. Unconsciously, you can take your partner for granted. You don't mean to. Your partner knows you love them, so you don't need to say so. Oh, yes, you do. Every single day of your life, you need to say it. In fact, you can start now. There you are, that's today taken care of. Mind you, something to say you can't say it later on as well. But don't forget, you got tomorrow and the day after, right the way to the end of your life together. Every single day. I'll repeat what is probably the most thing, the important thing I've said. Be nice to each other. If you take care of your love, you've got such a life of joy ahead of you. It'll be incredible. I started by reading from a letter, 4,000 years old. And I'm going to finish by doing the same. This one isn't as old, of course. It's only 2,000 years old. It says, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love always protects. Love always trusts. You two have got something so special. Cherish it.
Your love is bright as ever.
I'd now like to invite Joseph, Cahill, Niall, and Molly forward to offer up some hopes and wishes for us all here today. Dara, Niall, Ethan, Ronan, Dylan, and Cormac will also be bringing up some gifts.
As a symbol of warmth provided in their childhood homes, Ronan and Niall are offering turf and matches. May you always be grateful for the warm homes provided to you by your parents, and may the home you have built together always be a warm place for all of you wish to be there. For all of us, may we never take for granted the roof above our heads, which so many people do not have. May we always have the compassion not to blame and judge others for the misfortune they experience. And may we not have the humility not to take credit for our own luck in being well taken care of.
Dara is carrying a key to recognise that although Gareth and Siobhan may have travelled alone, that one was always counting time until they could hear the other's keys in the door. We wish that your keys will be easily found, and after a long journey, that your souls will always find sanctuary in each other. For all of us, may there always be a person who can offer refuge when we need it. May the homes we choose in the countries we build our lives always feel like a welcome place. We hope that soon in this world our societies will accept the humanity of those who are seeking help. We hope that we will always have the good judgment to recognize the human lives in the stories we are told, free from distorted filter that fear can provide.
Dylan is bringing the bride and groom spring water from Snowdonia and holy water from Ireland. We are grateful for being from places with an abundance of clean water. In childhood, holy water was used during the ritual of baptism as a means of renewal, and every morning Siobhan's father would bless the household before leaving the house to protect his children for the day. We hope that you will endeavour to protect each other, wash away worry, and support renewal when it is needed.
A wise person once said, "Wear red, it will make you feel more powerful." Ethan is carrying a Welsh football top which Gareth has worn to many matches with his dad, through good times and the bad. May you always remember to appreciate your joys and your successes. May you remember your inner power to progress past challenges or difficulties. And in equal balance, remember that even with your sorrows and losses, time marches on. This too shall pass. For all of us here, we hope that we will take time today to appreciate where we are, who we are with, and to remember that tomorrow is another day full of possibilities.
Okay, there's now going to be a short break. I'm going to be handing over to the registrar, Hayden. But yeah, as I say, there will be a short break. Siobhan and Gareth just have to go and have a quick chat with Hayden. But please stay seated and enjoy some more beautiful music from Joel Granger on the violin. Thank you.
Jolly of Kinwell, always obviously a very, very special day for Siobhan and Gareth. I'm Hayden. It's my pleasure to carry out today's ceremony, and my colleague Lorna sat at the desk. We're making the entry and register of preparing that all-important marriage certificate. We are gathered in this place, which have been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. The witnesses are coming together of Siobhan and Gareth. They have chosen Bodmin Gardens as the venue for their marriage because of its peaceful atmosphere and because of the place where nature flourishes, both important features in Siobhan and Gareth's lives. So please enjoy the surroundings today and share with Siobhan and Gareth their happiness and their hopes for their future together. Marriage is a promise made by two people who love one another, who trust that love, who honour one another as individuals in their togetherness and wish to share their future together as a married couple. By entering into marriage, it enables a couple to declare their love to the world. It is also a way they show that the way they have chosen to continue to share their desires, dreams and memories, their times of trouble, their joys and happiness. Before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you're about to make. Marriage in this country means the union of two people, voluntary entered into for life to exclusion of all others. If any person present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they should declare it now. In the presence of family and friends, I will ask you, Siobhan and Gareth, to make your declarations. Do you, Gareth, by your own free choice, enter into marriage with Siobhan? I do.
And do you promise to honestly share your love with her, to continue to develop the trust in your love, and remain with her always through challenges of your lives together?
I do.
Do you, Siobhan, by your own free choice, enter into marriage with Gareth?
I
And do you promise to honestly share your love with him, to continue to develop the trust in your love, and remain with him always through the challenges of your lives together?
do. I do.
Gareth, would you please repeat after me? I do
I do
solemnly declare
solemnly declare
that I know
that I know
of no lawful impediment
of no lawful impediment
why I, Gareth James Bailey,
why I, Gareth James Bailey,
should not be joined in marriage
should not be joined in marriage
to Siobhan Clare McAvoy.
to Siobhan Clare McAvoy.
Siobhan, would you please repeat after me? I do
I do
solemnly declare
solemnly declare
that I know
that I know
of no lawful impediment
of no lawful impediment
why I, Siobhan Clare McAvoy,
why I, Siobhan Clare McAvoy,
should not be joined in marriage
should not be joined in marriage
to Gareth James Bailey.
to Gareth James Bailey.
We now come to giving of the rings, which is the traditional way of seeing the bond you were made as the outward sign of the lifelong commitment you have for one another. So can I invite Chris forward with the rings, please, together with the witnesses? We got Brona, Corinne, Matthew and Christopher. Right, Gareth, would you please repeat after me? I ask that these people present witness that I, Gareth, do take thee, Siobhan, to be my lawful wedded wife. Can I ask you to take the ring, please, between Siobhan's third finger of the left hand. Will you continue repeating after me? Siobhan, please accept this ring
Siobhan, please accept this ring
as a symbol of our togetherness
as a symbol of our togetherness
and as a sign and pledge
and as a sign and pledge
of my everlasting love for you.
of my everlasting love Bless me, for I belong to myself. But while we both wish it, I give you this ring and that which is mine to give. You cannot command me, for I am a free person. But I shall be loyal to you and protect you in the ways that you need. I pledge to you that yours will be the face I kiss before sleep, and the eyes with which I smile in the morning. I pledge to you my living and my dying, each equally in your care. I shall be a shield for your back, and you for mine. I shall never humiliate you, nor you me. When we quarrel, we shall do so in private, bringing no strangers into our grievances. I shall honour you above all others. This is my wedding vow to you, for this is a marriage of yours. Thank you, Gareth. Right, Siobhan, would you please repeat after me? I ask that these people present
I ask that these people present
witness that I, Siobhan,
witness that I, Siobhan,
do take you, Gareth,
do take you, Gareth,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
Can I ask you to take the ring, please, of Gareth's third finger of the left hand? So will you continue repeating after me? Gareth, please accept this ring
Gareth, please accept this ring
as a symbol of our togetherness
as a symbol of our togetherness
and as a sign and pledge
and as a sign and pledge
of my everlasting love for you.
of my everlasting love for you. You cannot possess me, for I belong to myself. But whilst we both wish it, I give you this ring and that which is mine to give. You cannot command me, for I am a free person, but I shall be loyal to you and protect you in the ways that you need. I pledge to you that yours will be the face I kiss before sleep and the eyes into which I smile in the morning. I pledge to you my living and my dying, each equally in your care. I shall be a shield for your back and you for mine. I shall never humiliate you, nor you me. When we quarrel, we shall do so in private, bringing no strangers into our grievances. I shall honour you above all others. This is my wedding vow to you, for this is a marriage of equals.
Thank you, Siobhan. Now we'll pause now and have a song called The Fisherman's Fool by Jonan, Ola, Rona and Rhoda. Have I got that right?
Yeah.
See, they were Welsh. I crack it.
I wish I was a fisherman, tumbling on the seas, far away from dry lands and its bitter memory, casting out my sweet laugh with abandonment and love. No scene bearing down on me, save the starry sky above with light in my head. You in my arms.
Well, I'll do my best to follow that. Gareth and Siobhan, you have both made the declarations required by law. I'm in a solemn bond with one another, your present witnesses, families, and friends. May this day remain strong in your memory. Give strength to the bond you have made, and allow one another to grow naturally. May you live in peace and happiness as share your lives together. And finally, Siobhan and Gareth, it gives me great pleasure to declare that you are now married.
after we actually made it. Imagine how my crying.
Who are you hiding from, Mal? You! Oh, dual wielding, Mal.
Please!
Is there enough for the other guests?
No, this is all mine. Oh God, no, don't put that on!
Fantastic, better than the food.
Reliable.
Greetings. Hope this isn't too loud if you can hear me. I'm Gareth's dad, in case you don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, it's lovely to see you all here on this very happy occasion to celebrate the marriage of my son Gareth. He always does that when I say your name, doesn't he? And my baby Siobhan. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Bona ddigion a bona digesau, cyfeillion y teulu, rydyn ni yn falch I bod yma heddiw dathlu priodas fy mab hynach Gareth a Siobhan hyfryd. That's it for the Welsh trees there. It's not often that we have family get-togethers for such a happy event. All too often they're not, sadly. And our thoughts go to those we wish who are here today, who sadly aren't. So this is a happy time. And to be fair, Gareth's mum and I did our best to provide as many happy occasions as we could. With lots of marriages between us to ensure lots of celebrations. We did our best. In fact, we were over at Helen's the other night, and how many marriages were there in that house? But hopefully, Gareth and Siobhan won't take after us, and we'll just have this one. What can I say about Gareth? Well, I can tell loads of stories, so many good and eventful times together. But he made me sign the official Secrets Act yesterday, so my hands are tied. Suffice to say, this is the sloppy bit now, he's always been, and still is, a brilliant son, and a brilliant part of his very, very extended family, as all will testify, and most of you are in this room, this extended family. We've got so many great memories and more happy times to come, I'm sure, as we continue to travel the world to support our wonderful country, as long as Siobhan gets in permission, of course. In case you needed any persuasion, here's a message signed by all the national team, sending their best wishes. Hours to write that, and all we did was not good on the Gareth Dale, but they say simply they can't go on without you. And when you didn't come to the last two games, what did we do? Anyway, I've got to say that perfect though Gareth already is, he is my joint favourite son. Like most of us, he does need a soulmate to share life's journey, and it's brilliant he's managed to find such a brilliant, great one. So we're really, really pleased. So I'm going to be brief, so here's to Gareth and Siobhan, Celtic Wales and Celtic Ireland, Cymru and Iwerddon. As we say in Wales, together stronger. Congratulations and welcome to the family, Siobhan.
Right, I was just saying earlier, who'd have thunk it? We're all here in Snowdonia, especially for us lot who came over from Ireland this week. I mean, there were times I thought this wedding just would not happen here. I mean, it's been, this pair have put so much work into this, as was evident today. It was just glorious, and yeah. Anyway, I just want to say I'm going to use my prerogative as Siobhan's mother to gush about her in, this is the only chance I'll get, without her interrupting me or without her. So, when Siobhan Clare McAvoy was born on the 6th child and the 5th youngest daughter, we never thought she would bring us all here to Wales to see her married. Coming along 6th in the family, she brings her unique and special qualities to the McAvoy clan and McAllister clan. Can't leave my family out either. I often think that she was born wise, or as my late father used to say, that one was here before. I used to call her as a wee hen. I think she remembers that, just about. From her earliest days, she drew people to her. And she was and is a listening ear to anyone's problems. She was also and is a chatterbox. I once said to her when she was very little and we were out in the car, see who can stay quiet the longest. Now, I know that that's a tall order for either of us, but it's very difficult for Siobhan. We're so proud of her. She's warm, generous to a fault, and so caring, principled, and honest. Siobhan sometimes complains that being so far down the family is tough, as her siblings will testify. One example of that was when she was about 7 or 8, and the teacher decided to tell them to do a drawing of their family. And everybody else in there was finished, and Siobhan was sitting there, and the teacher said, "What's wrong?" She said, I am so tired. This is so hard work because there are too many people in my family. But on the other side, her primary 7 teacher told me at a parent-teacher meeting one time that it was obvious that she came from a large family as she was so grounded and mature. And as a modern young woman, she has demonstrated these qualities in spades, leaving the safety and comfort of home, selling her beloved Beetle, and setting off for Lesbos alone. I can still see her at the airport, with a photograph her with her backpack on. Nearly broke my heart. And later to Bangladesh and South Sudan, she's blown me away with her courage. But her selflessness brought many rewards. One huge reward in the shape of Gareth Bailey, Mr. Wales himself. You know, he is so lucky and privileged to become an official member of the McAvoy family today. But you know, that works both ways. We're so happy to welcome him as a son-in-law. As I told him today, son-in-law number 5. But that is my favourite one today. He is warm, genuine, kind, a kind young man, and very easy to love. And his parents should be so proud of him. And that is, he makes Siobhan very happy. And you know, that's more than good enough for us. Siobhan, you're giving your dad and I so much joy. And we wish you and Gareth so much happiness together.
You know, it's all of us very difficult to follow a good speaker, and it's even more difficult to follow a good speaker when it's your wife. But believe me, I'm going to try. There was something I heard once about a picture being worth 1,000 words. So I thought I would bring along a few pictures today. Tell you what, Paul, you hold that microphone, and I used pictures, and I don't think I needed it. So this was the very first time that we. No, you're not good. Sorry, you can't hear it. You can't see it. Right. The reason that they're very small is that I lost my way on the way to Asda to try and get them blown up yesterday. So if anybody wants to see them afterwards, they'll be displayed on the bar. But that's the very first picture of Siobhan. And if any of you can see her in that, you must have X-ray eyes. For those in the back row who don't know, that's a picture of Marie and myself and at an ordination thing some years ago when we discovered when Marie was pregnant with Siobhan. That's why I'm talking to the X-ray eyes. All right, that's the very first picture we have. The second one, as you can see, she's a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger than this one. Right?
No,
I'm just going through your life. Here she is having a wee, been inquisitive, which was normally our way, like that. Having a look through the old window back home. It's not take long, Siobhan, don't worry. The embarrassment will not take too long, right? Birthday party, we'll skip the birthday parties. And we'll skip her swinging time, we'll not worry about it. Now, her dancing days. Her dancing days, right? Her horse riding days. And then her larger horse riding days. Bigger horse, alright? She was considering joining the convent at this stage. And she was a bunny girl at this stage. That particular one. I'm not sure, I think that was a nautical one.
I swear to
God. This was her
grown up now.
Nice one. When she first decided that there was some help needed abroad, this was her fundraising day for refugees in some part of the world. Quite young, as you can see. All right. Her musical debut and her bad hair day in Turkey. And that's it.
Cultural
That's it. A few words here if I can find them now. Anyhow, what do we say? What do I say about Siobhan that hasn't all been said before? And a lot of our friends will be able to cover ground that I can't possibly cover. But I thought that wee short bio would show you what Siobhan was like before a lot of you probably met her. And that was why I thought I'd run through it. I expected to do it on an overhead projector, but that bit of electronics hasn't reached the West Valley yet. So I had to hold it. Alright? Where were we here? That's 2 pages going, so that's not so bad. Yeah. For those who want to know more about some of Siobhan's work abroad, Marie talked about her going to Lesbos. And I mean, when she told us about this, obviously we were a bit worried about it, but what we did was we did what we always did when any of our lot went abroad, and they've all gone abroad at different places to do different things. We blessed them and we sent them on their way. And we left them in the hands of a stronger power than us, because it was the only thing really that we could do. My Little Human was a website which Siobhan set up when she went to Lesbos. If anyone can get a chance, you can Google it and you'll be able to follow some of her exploits on that particular time. All I can say is this, that Siobhan has been programmed almost to be a carer from the day one. She's always thought, how could I change the life circumstances of those less fortunate than myself? And people who have been dealt a bad deal in life, either through bad politics or just simply and solely because they've been born in the wrong part of this earth, Siobhan was the one who wanted to help as many of them as possible. When our family went away anywhere, as I say, all we could do was to leave them in the hands of read the same page twice, don't worry about that. Right. The one good thing about the greater power that controls us all is that on a particular night in Athens, which was actually a bad night for us because Grania and I, who's doing the other end of the table, had done some work on the Obama campaign in Massachusetts, and the Dems lost the White House to you-know-who on a particular night when we happened to be at Athens when we heard about it. But it wasn't all bad because Siobhan met Gareth that night. So that made up for the loss of the White House. I suppose what I was going to say is this. You may have guessed that we're a sort of a political family. Now, I did have some messages from some of Siobhan's erstwhile political friends in the SDLP to read out, but seeing her reaction to the photographs, I think I'll skip. Me and her have worked through many campaigns. There was one particular one, I think it was the 2009 European campaign, and we went out on a boat just almost into the Irish Sea, where there was this guy who was trying to promote a new wave machine that was one of these environmental jobs, where he was going to light up Belfast with his wave machine, and I'm sure he would have done it if he'd got enough money from the EU to do it. But we arrived out on the boat anyway, and the candidate was with us, and the usual people who follow a candidate. And when it came to climbing up the ladder onto the rigging above, the candidate was a bit scared. So I volunteered to go up, because I was older than him, and I said, well, sure, if I can climb it, you can climb it. I climbed up the ladder anyhow. He followed me up, and when I got to the top, I was looking out, Siobhan kept waving at me. I didn't know what she was waving at. What she was waving at was, she had the television cameras there like that, and I was kept getting in every shot, every time she did at the candidate, she was waving me to get out of the way. Gareth. What do we say about Gareth? Gareth is everything that we hope for. He's a partner, he's a companion, he's a friend, and now he's a husband. He is a humanitarian himself, and he makes our little human so very, very happy. Welcome to the McAvoy's land.
Yeah, hello everyone. For those of you who don't know us, we're Siobhan's best people. My name is Brona, and this is Matthew, that you didn't hear just 2 seconds ago. We're two of Siobhan's oldest friends, and we're over the moon when Siobhan asked us to be part of this amazing wedding. And how special is it?
First of all, we just wanted to thank everybody for coming here. We know some people have travelled really far. We want to thank the people who run this site because it looks incredible, and the ceremony space as well. It was just such a special day. Has anything more epic ever happened on a Wednesday? Probably not.
So, also, how stunning does Siobhan look today? Beautiful bride, but also Gareth is a very lucky man, and of course looking very handsome himself.
Nice suit, Gareth. That's good. So when we sat down to write this speech, it was actually really hard because Siobhan is like the Wikipedia of our little friendship group. She is the keeper of stories. She knows all the facts. That's why her hair is so big, because it's full of stories. Not today though. Looks fat today, Siobhan. You're looking great. And I guess the one problem with that is that she does remember every little detail. Good luck, Gareth. Still hearing about my formal when I was 18.
So our friendship circle goes way back, over 20 years. We really became friends when we started secondary school, although Wikipedia here will tell you that she met Matthew at primary school, and she met me at piano lessons when we were kids, but of course neither of us actually remember this.
In fact, the real reason we properly met is because Siobhan here was trying to set me up with Brona for her first kiss. Great matchmaking skills there, McAvoy. We've come a long way since then. For those who don't know, Brona's here with her girlfriend, and I'm here with my boyfriend. Although this might not come as a big surprise to some of her family, as one of her biggest crushes growing up was Stephen Gately, him off of Boyzone. So much confusion.
But in some ways the matchmaking did end well, because there's so much love between us all, and from this day our little friendship group was set for life.
As kids we would wander on the streets of Chestnut Grove, our little neighbourhood, and chat for hours, and then we'd go home and call each other up on BT's entirely new three-way call system and chat for more hours. I think it got to the point where my brothers and sisters just stopped picking up the phone because they'd be like, "Siobhan McAvoy's calling me again, isn't she?" One friend actually, shout out to Emma Cunningham, may have got her family phone removed because of that and replaced with a pay-as-you-go phone. Great work.
So, growing up as teenagers together, there are many love interests and relationships formed, most of which involve Matthew here. There have been a few bumps along the relationship road for Siobhan. We won't delve into those details now or ever, but we can tell you that I probably think Siobhan blames me and Matthew for a few of those bumps.
Yeah. So you know those weird little shops that every town has that sells incense and crystals and just like weird little rocks? Well, Yuri also had one of those. And you know why you're always like, who the hell buys things in those shops? You might be looking at 3 of them. So when we were teenagers, we thought it'd be a great idea to get Siobhan a love potion book. might have been watching too much Buffy the Vampire Slayer, as we thought it'd be hugely beneficial for Siobhan's love life. But let's just say that book was promptly returned to us in our mid-20s. Siobhan deemed it a little bit of a curse for her love life. What Gareth after having it back?
So the years have not been kind to us geographically. Siobhan settled in Greece, Matthew is in East London, I'm in North London, and if any of you know London can feel probably further away than Greece. We don't get to see each other anywhere near as much as we'd like, but thank God for WhatsApp, enabling us to keep in touch. That's actually how we found out about Gareth. What was the first message that came through?
Well, funny enough, Bruna, I've actually got it here.
Of course, it was something like really romantic, like how handsome he is and how kind Gareth was.
Yeah, something like that. Siobhan, I'm dating a guy with a car.
We obviously pressed for more details, and we were told you're Welsh. You're not called Hugh, so therefore you have to be called Gareth. As apparently the Welsh only have a few names, we could probably test that theory today. But maybe not.
At that point in the chat, Peter's already mentioned this, but we were told you guys met at a results party hoping to celebrate the historic win for Hillary Clinton. Good to see that Trump wasn't the only winner that night. Love Trump's hate. That was actually her slogan. At this point, Brona gets a bit overly excited in the chat and asks really important questions like, does he have a face?
Thankfully, after a few tense moments, Siobhan is able to confirm, yes, he does have a face, and that it's really friendly and handsome. There are some other crucial details revealed over those chats via WhatsApp, like your love of Jaffa cakes. I mean, what's not to love about it? Plus about a guy who loves Jaffa cakes. If you're really sold, then tell you the truth.
And that was that. It was really evident early on that you guys were a match made in heaven, in Jaffa cake heaven. And Gareth, you make our best friend really happy. I feel like we've been through so much together over the years, and it's just been so lovely to get to know Gareth over the past few years, and we're just so excited to be here. I can't believe this is happening.
So, as for you, Siobhan, you're the kindest and most generous, you have the most kindest and generous heart of anyone I know. You were one of the first people to speak to me when we started the Sacred Heart all those years ago, and I haven't got relief since. It's the same, I'm sure. But you've always been my go-to person for advice and a good chat. There's a reason you have friends dotted around the world. You always make such an effort with everyone, from the expertly wrapped birthday presents, the endless thoughtful words of advice, to travelling hundreds of miles for weddings and celebrations for your friends and family.
Yeah, we feel very lucky to have you in our lives. You have always been my favourite person to put the world to rights with over a long phone call. And it's just been amazing to watch you grow from a girl who was able to solve all of our teenage problems, very silly teenage problems, into this amazing woman who helps people with very real problems across the world. And to see the Gareth who couldn't be happier for you both.
So, all that remains to be said is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please be upstanding, raise your glass, and help us wish a long and happy life to our best friend Siobhan and her new husband Gareth.
When we were little, he was everything a big brother should be. Equal parts enemy and protector, incredibly annoying and very rarely wonderfully sweet. As a competitor, he was better at everything and won every fight, for the remote, the front seat, and everything else I wanted or, liked. I think all my siblings would agree. Gareth was somehow always the favourite child. It's very confusing. It makes no sense, whatsoever. I always proudly did a fantastic job of being his annoying little sister, of course. Gaz and I grew up in a big, complicated and wonderful family. We're really lucky to have such a great, supportive people in our lives, always. But of course, Gaz still had to go through his rubbish, rebellious stage. And I remember hearing about Bailey's parties from those guys, I think, over there. And being really annoyed because I couldn't copy him then, could I? But Gaz is always a great big brother. And I'm looking forward to being an annoying little sister to you both. Long into the future. But enough about me. Here's some nice things about Gaz that I would never say to his face. Gareth's always been guided by his own wisdom, learning and judgment. He's never afraid to go against the norm. He never has been. He comes to his own opinions and he explains his mind passionately with patience for other people. He's taught me so much over the years, like from politics to politics. His confidence in his belief skills and knowledge is something I try to emulate, and his perseverance is incredible. I still go to him every time I need career advice, and he always takes the time, no matter how busy he is. He's so busy. And I'm sure Siobhan knows, he's amazing and reliable, he's thoughtful, and he's so loyal, and he's supportive, which his wayward, poor little conservationist sister definitely appreciates. I don't know anyone like him. So I'm so happy for Gaz and Siobhan today. It's awesome seeing them both so happy. They're both doing things that we can't even imagine, a lot of us. And when we do, it's with awe and pride, but they also go on adventures and make each other laugh and make a home. So that's amazing. I'm awestruck that Gaz has found somebody so well matched to him, that brings him fun and a different mindset to his life, which is useful. That being said, I'd like to raise a glass again to the wonderful couple. Appreciate this amazing moment between them and this brilliant day. I have no doubt that you'll achieve so much in your lifetimes on your own and as an unstoppable supportive unit. You both deserve a whole world of joy together, so I wish you all the best.
Thanks very much for the introduction. So Chris, Gareth, one of Gareth's best people. So anyone that knows Gareth might say he's a bit controlling. However, he told me not to use that term in his speech. So one of his organised characteristics, he gave me a few pointers. So two of those pointers were, keep under 5 minutes, and also this speech is a speech, it's not a drinking game. So without further ado, I'd like everyone to raise their glass. And we can all just have a drink for one another, for being here on this wonderful day. To friends and family. Alright, we've got 10 more minutes of toasting. So, now I would like to make 2 more thanks. So, we're best people. You know, it's modern, brilliant. But as the male best person, I get to say the thanks to the other best people. I can imagine putting on such a wonderful event as this must be very stressful for the bride and groom. And it's really those times that we rely on best friends and family to be around us. So for their support to Gareth and Siobhan, to the other best people that have already spoken. Okay, so for my final toast for now, I'd just like to say thanks to all the gents that made it on the stag party. Thanks for giving a good old blast to them for Gareth's weekend. That was really good fun. Yeah, what happens on stag stays on stag, but please could everyone keep an eye on Eugene, and also more importantly where he puts his bag. So once again to friends. Alright, Gareth's getting a little bit worried here that it's just drinking, so I'm going to calm down now. I met Gareth at Coventry University. We were both studying emergency and disaster management. I think our initial bond came purely because neither of us were English. However, that alliance quickly grew to a friendship of drinking, falling out, and making back up again. However, one thing that I noticed early on with Gareth, dare I say admired, was his passion. His passion for his country, his passion for football, but also later on his passion to succeed. This lively laddie who liked a drink or two, didn't know how to say no to a night out. When it came to exam time, would kind of lock himself in his room and not be seen. But in the end, achieving what came to be a first within the degree. Congratulations. But however, it's safe to say that when Gareth does something, he really puts his mind to it. This doesn't always turn out to be for the best, however. This does remind me of a little story, one that's quite personal to me. When we were around the table once in Coventry, and someone, with a group of friends, and someone once decided that we'd maybe have a game where we gave the person on our left a peck on the cheek. So it's an odd enough game as it is, but as the game unfolded, before Gareth or I could put up an argument, I realised the person sitting next to me was Gareth himself. To my right, I should add. So without thinking, I turned my head to the right, only to be greeted to this oncoming face coming towards me. And seconds later, a tooth falling out of my mouth and onto the table in front. Yeah, when Gareth decides to do something, he does it properly. It does also make me wonder what else he's done to his friends to choose me as his best man. I mentioned Gareth's passion, and his passion isn't a bad thing. His passion and drive has gone, a university degree and the where he is today. His passion and his belief has seen him travel the world and help the most in need. And his passion and love has brought him and Siobhan together. So the first time I met Siobhan, I was actually visiting Gareth in Greece, in Athens. And the first thing Gareth said to me as soon as I got off the flight was, "Do you mind if we go out tonight? I've met a girl." And I thought, Gareth, if there's someone willing to be out with you, I'm willing to meet them. However, it's the conviction he said in his voice. I was like, as he met her, this must be 2-3 months old. They must have went on tens of dates. They must be in a fully established relationship. The way he spoke to her, I was like, this is brilliant. I'm going to tell her all the bad stories. I'm going to make sure she doesn't want to see him again. I want to make sure that she knows that this is a guy that can knock out a tooth with a single kiss. It was only until a few months later I found out they'd only dated, well, I don't even know they were dating. This met 3 weeks ago on a couple of dates after I told these stories. But again, I'd like to remind everyone about Gareth's passion. It was this passion that he showed that I knew this was love from the very onset when he mentioned it. So before I end, I just want to say one last thank you. And that's a thank you to Gareth himself. Thank you for giving me the honour of being one of your best people. You are a friend, a loyal friend, and one I care for deeply. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I wish you and Siobhan a lifetime of happiness together. So please. Sorry. You can clap. Alright, please, I don't actually have a glass, but please, could you raise a glass for the bride and groom, Gareth and Siobhan?
So, hi everyone, welcome. Welcome to Llyn welcome to where I'm from. Croeso I Llyn Croeso I Gwynedd. You will see that you have a very good warm Welsh welcome in the sunlight of the coast and the rain down here in the mountains. So it's almost like we planned it. First of all, I'd like to thank Marie and Peter. Your kind words, they mean a lot to me. The welcome that you have given to me since I met you both over 2 years ago has been exceptional. I have loved coming over to Ireland to see you, being involved in your WhatsApp groups with you and the rest of the family. Having you both over in Wales as well, and of course, right now, but before earlier in the year. It's so easy to talk to you both, and you've created such a great amount of harmony within your large family, and I just can't get over it. How great you both are. We have quite different family backgrounds, as people have spoken about here, like Corey. But a common theme throughout them, however different they are, is love, respect, and understanding for each other. And I see that in Siobhan, and I can think of no greater compliment than that you've created that culture we can see on that table and around the room today. So thank you. It's also important to recognise and thank my own parents. I had no idea who was going to get the whole Wales squad to do a thank you card, but it's probably just the substitutes who did it. Bit part players, And usually I have more parents than the average. I have my dad and my mum, but I also have my wonderful stepmother Linda and stepfather Paul. You can't choose your parents, but if you could choose your parents' partners, then these would be the ones. There's also Gaz as well. We'll not go into the relationship, but he's influenced me a lot growing up too. And him and Paul, especially today, has really helped with all of the stereo moving in and out and just the general direction. So thank you to the MC, Paul, wherever he's decided to place himself. Thank you very much. In my seats, thank you. And thanks to Gaz as well. Mum and Dad, I can't thank you enough for making me who I am today, for raising me well, trusting me to stay safe with my travels and work, and letting me grow into who I am, and always supporting me and showing me the way. So thank you both. I'm going to make you all clap for that. I also wish to thank Matthew and Brona, the bridal party, the best people of the bride. Chris has already thanked them, but I'd just like to say that you've done loads for us. You look amazing. We've dressed you really well. It was all us, none of your input. And the bond that the three of you have formed in your earlier life, and that has lived on precious thing. So I know that Mohsin and Jess and I are privileged to be an extended part of that group. So yeah, thank you for including me, and I hope to spend more time with you guys in the future. Few more thank yous. Of course, thank you for all the gifts that we've received. Not that we've looked. I mean, I assume there's just lots. There's just, all over there behind Malik, there's just a ton of gifts. I got to imagine that there is. Why wouldn't there be? Some of you I met for the first time today. I can tell you that it feels like I know a lot of you already, because, or even some people that I've only met a couple of times. I've met you because Siobhan is, as we said, a little bit of a chatterbox. So she does include me in everything and tells me all the stories. So I do know all of the stories. It's wonderful that you could all make it. I'd also like to say a special thank you to those who travelled some distance here today. It's a very humbling experience to know you have friends and family that care so much for you. I'd just like to mention some, sorry if it feels like a bit of a list. But we have members of Siobhan's family, of course, Gronya, Pete and Killian, who've come over from the States. Hema, Jason, Ethan, Dylan and Molly, who've come over from Nairobi on their way to Thailand. So, good stop over there. We've got Liam and Sarah from Tunis, Ashley and David from Seattle, Mike and Haley from South Sudan, Noah, who's travelled from Afghanistan, Genevieve and Becky from Belgium, and of course our Greek representatives, Krista, George and Leisha, who's travelled from Greece as well. So I don't know where Julia and Tess have travelled from, but I assume it's far. So, and of course there's also Corey, my sister Corey, and her partner James, who travelled from Indonesia to be here. So you've taken all that time out of your working week to be here, and which brings me to my main point. Siobhan and I are a unit, and but we would be lesser people without our family and friends. So please, I would like you all to raise a glass to toast yourselves. My last thank you is to my own best people. Chris, who I met in university, he's my best friend, and it was my honour to ask him to be the best man. So you acquitted yourself admirably. But it should be mentioned that Chris suffers from a Scottish condition, which means he invents massive straws. And then there's my sister Corrie. We've known each other forever. Haven't always liked each other that much sometimes. But it was, again, another honour to ask you to be my best person. Thank you for the speech, thank you for your kind words. And lovely that you're here, lovely that you came. So now to the important part, the more important part. And if I tear up, then it's just going to happen. So for Siobhan and I, our journey began in Greece in 2016. I can still picture now, I walked into the Democrats board election party in Athens, knowing Clinton would win. And after like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, noticed you sitting there at the table. Thankfully, I had a drink or two before arriving, so I felt even more confident than usual in approaching you. Using my incredible powers of persuasion, I achieved to only make myself look partly foolish, but also managed to get your number and to invite you on a date. I also invited you to the forthcoming Wales Away in Dublin, Ireland, which was politely and sensibly refused. She was like, I live there, I come from there, you can't invite me there. On a beach in the Peloponnese in Greece, I told you I loved you for the first time. And you smiled and you told me back. Then you told me that you'd known I felt that way for ages. You'd known all along. And you were right. I helped you to come to Bangladesh, to live that beautiful response together. Some people would not find that an act of love, but an act of torture. But we made it. We made it with some of our friends from the back there as well. We survived, and on my birthday, we agreed to marry one another. A couple of months later, I knelt for you properly in the snowy mountains of Mourne, once we were back, in a place befitting a proper kneeling. A year in South Sudan is a long time to be apart, and it was a long time to be apart, but we are stronger as a result. It's easy to take time together for granted. The time with you is a precious thing that I jealously guard. You knew I loved you before I knew. It was no surprise to you that I wanted to marry you. One of the most romantic things about our relationship is how much we treat each other as equals. Our relationship is built on a foundation of fairness and truth. My truth is that I love you, Siobhan. I love your wit, your green eyes, and your smile that lightens my heart. You are courageous, you are creative, you are thoughtful, and you inspire me. This is a new chapter in our journey, and I can't wait to travel with it with you. So, please be upstanding. Sorry to ask you to stand again. Just one time for you. And please raise a glass to my bride, my wife, Siobhan.
Gareth loves me, give me the last word. We've had to listen to so many thank yous, but I'm just going to make you listen to a few more, sorry. Anna Banana. You might not have noticed, but the last fake wedding prayer was about wearing the colour red. And it was actually something that you had said to me once when I was in need of inspiration. You told me that I should feel powerful and wear the red, and it worked. You have been the most wonderful cousin, and you such generosity of spirit, and I knew the music today would be exactly what we wanted, and it really was. It was beautiful, it was atmospheric, and we just were so grateful to you for pulling it all together. It was incredible. Roisin, I'm really sorry I'm behind a pillar, but if I move, the speakers will go even funnier than they are. Roisin, thank you for being so talented and so organised to take time out of your ridiculously busy schedule to help drive this. You sang so beautifully. You're just such a good friend, you're so reliable, and I never ever take you for granted. Declan, where is it? Declan. I'm really sorry for hoodwinking you into helping us. But you did, and it was amazing. So thank you very, very much. We couldn't have done it without you. Donal, Rona, Orla, and Clodagh, oh my God, you were so good. Really, really good. I want to thank my brother Rory for being our priest today. Rory is a person of few words, which I feel partially responsible for because I can only assume it was quite difficult to get our time as children. But when Rory does speak, he usually has something very witty to say. It's nearly always sarcastic, but consistently his words are always worth hearing. So I couldn't have thought of anyone better to be Master of Ceremonies today. So thank you, Rory. One of the readings we picked today, my sister Emer read it, and it was about a person who has been so well loved in their lives that they show the signs of it on the outside. And I really struggled to read that, even into myself, without crying, which is really saying something because I don't really cry. And the reason being, it just reminded me of Gareth so much. Whenever I met Gareth, particularly in our line of work, it really does take its toll on people. And when I met Gareth, he just had the air of somebody who was not only so well loved, but that he had his well-being safeguarded. He'd been well looked after in life. And when I realised how many parental figures he had in his life, it made perfect sense. And I'm not going to lie, it seemed like a lot of people doing this. And then I met Helen, and you made me feel at ease immediately. And it might seem like a really obvious thing to say, but sitting in the back of that car for 6 hours driving through Greece, heckling Gareth collectively, it really felt like a bonding experience. You made me feel so welcome from the beginning, and there's so many things I could thank you for. But above all else, thank you for producing such a tidy human being. Aside from making my life infinitely easier, and I'm not a tidy person, it's testament to the value that you put on bringing up considerate people and sending them out into the world. So thank you for that. And thank you for everything. Mike, I met you a month later. And right away, I could see why Gareth was such a warm person. Why he's so curious about the world around him. Why he marvels at things that I don't even notice, like bridges and other engineering feats. Why he's optimistic that eventually, one day, I'll know the name of one of the very many brown birds that he points out to me on a regular basis. But I remember leaving you to the airport, and you gave me a big hug, and you said into my ear, thank you for making him so happy. And it was a statement of substance. It was important to me, and you offered it without hesitation and with total generosity, and it meant so much to me. So thank you for that. To my own family, I have no doubt that if it wasn't for the love and care that you have shown to me, I would not have been able to recognise Gareth so easily as the right person for me. I grew up in a household that cared about the world. I sat at a dinner table where we debated the rights and wrongs of society. I learned from people who not only believed they could impact the world, but that they were duty-bound to leave it in a better place than when they first arrived. My parents, Maria and Peter, they give me and every one of my siblings a steadfast belief that in the end, everything will be okay. But they also empowered us to know that this didn't mean we could sit back and let things happen, but that we had to stand up for people. This collective thinking has impacted everything I've done. They created such a lovely group of people for me to live with that I knew that if I were to add to this group, I would have to choose very well. I feel like the sights and sounds of the cocktail of personalities in my family has cast so many different shades of light on my life, and this includes all the partners, nephews and nieces, some of whom have been around for nearly 20 years. And many of you were lucky enough to witness me growing up and experiencing my teenage years, or as Pat Eden liked to call them, my Georgie Best years. And two characters who featured heavily during these Georgie Best years are sitting over there today. Rona and Matthew, thank you so much for your friendship, for all the philosophical conversations on the nursery school wall, and for being partners in crime all these years. I'm so lucky to have you with me, no matter how far I wander, and I've loved having you on the end of the phone anytime I need you. So I'll just have one little break for a toast. I'd like you to raise your glasses to all of those people that I just mentioned, but also particularly my bridal party, because they've been amazing. Thank you. Okay. To the main man himself. So, I'll take you back to November 2016. It was a supermoon. And this is important because Greeks set a lot of stuff by their full moons. And based on this logic, I reckon the male population of Athens was feeling slightly emboldened by the fact that it was a really big full moon. I sat in an overpriced restaurant under Acropolis with Leisha, and I told her how a few supermoon-inspired males had expressed an interest and how I was just not interested at all. And I said to her, am I mad to believe that I'll just know him when I see him? And Leisha assured me that I was definitely mad, but that this was unrelated and I should indeed follow my instincts. But the thing with having a gut feeling is that you might be correct, but it doesn't mean you understand why. I had believed all this time that I would choose the right person because I had the special power of recognizing this magical man that I was destined to meet. But this was not my destiny. Unconsciously, I worked really hard to find Gareth. Although we'd never met, I basically stalked him around Greece. In fact, even before that, I did a master's in his exact line of work in 2014, just so that I would have something to talk to him about in 2016. I sold my car and moved to Lesbos to be near him. When Gareth moved to northern Greece, I followed just a few weeks later. Then Gareth moved to Athens, so I moved to Athens. In fact, I even worked in the same building, and I offered him a cursory good morning anytime I passed him on the stairs. I once illegally occupied an office that Gareth had already booked, because he's organised, just so that he would kick me out, which he did very efficiently. But when Gareth Bailey sat down to talk to me in the Giovanni Hotel in Athens on the 8th of November 2016, 1 week after the supermoon, I finally could see this guy I'd been unconsciously following around. He had a gap in his front teeth and smiling eyes, and I just thought, yup, that one there. You see, my concept had been good all along, but sometimes to make things happen, you just need to find a good logistician. A few weeks later, I was in a taxi with Krista, and I was coming home from a meeting, and she said, "What do you like so much about him?" And I just said, "You know, he's just got goodness beaming out of him. Being around him feels nourishing. It's like having the sun on your face." And everyone could see it. The day after we met, both my bosses pulled me aside to tell me that Gareth was the one. Everybody loved him. And the thing that blew me away about Gareth was how grounded he is. He talked to me about home and his family, about Welsh independence, and asked me about my background, my interests, and this is so rare in our line of work. It wasn't until I took him home and over to the McAllister interrogation squad at table 1, where I learned about so many things he'd done in his life that he never used to impress me, and I don't really know why. Like swimming with turtles, that's pretty cool. But he never wants to intimidate anybody. And he let me into every part of his life with ease and generosity. He never left me in any doubt about how he felt or the future that he could see with me. He never told me I was mad when I wanted a curved curtain pole for our bedroom. He just trekked around shops trying to find someone who'd curve a perfectly normal curtain pole, sending me photos to South Sudan for my approval. He has more humility than anyone I've ever met. He always tries to see things from another person's perspective. He offers people respect, even if he doesn't understand their reasoning. And there hasn't been one single day since I've met him that I haven't felt lucky when I see his face. Today, this kind, intelligent, ridiculously handsome man became my husband, and I'm really happy about that. Gareth wanted me to toast in Welsh, but the only word that seems to stick is the word for oil. It's goody-hoo. So let's just do it in Greek. So if you raise your glasses, yamas, yamas.
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within our head. And before that life's a bore, so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I
Hey! What's the problem with this line of work? You can never invite everybody.
Dirty face.
I thought my love was only true in fairy tales, and for someone else, but not for me. Our love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. I thought love was more or less a given thing. Seems the more I gave, the less I got. What's the use in trying? All you get is pain. When I needed sunshine, I got rain. Oh, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Oh, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace